Hey guys, welcome to Reselling Sisters. I'm Audrey.
I'm Jane.
I'm older.
I'm younger.
Today we're talking about, if you want to get started on eBay as a beginner, we're going to give you 5 strategies that you should do immediately. Before you get going in the waters, before you jump in, before you do your first listing, we wanted to give you 5 pieces of advice that we really do feel you should utilize before you get going.
Yeah.
All right. So number 1, for beginners who are getting started on eBay, you want to kick it off?
Yeah. Join some Facebook groups. There are tons of Facebook groups with seasoned sellers, beginner sellers, that just give you a lot of different ideas on what's selling. There's a thing, you'll see the word BOLO a lot.
Bolo.
BOLO. Whenever someone in a Facebook group posts a BOLO, there's always someone who says, what does BOLO mean? BOLO means be on the lookout. There's, people might, when you first starting on eBay or reselling in general, there's a lot of information coming at you.
Yeah.
And you don't really know how to, filter it. It's overwhelming. People just kind of say, I don't know where to start. I'm not going to start. But if you join a few Facebook groups, just literally like search, a reselling group or eBay resellers or,
There's
anything
tons
like
of
that. There's going to be a ton of different groups that pop up that you can join. And just get an idea for what is selling from those people, what people are selling, what people are buying, and ask questions in those groups. And there's a lot of people with a lot of knowledge who have been doing it for a long time who are going to help you strategize on where to start.
Because they're there to help, and they actually, and these groups are great because people want to help each other.
Yeah.
So be a part of that supportive network out there.
Yeah.
A next piece of advice, we've actually written them down, so if we're looking down, that's what we're doing. But look for stuff around your house and research those things. Now, we were just talking about eBay limits you, and it does sometimes change. We're not exactly sure what it is. When you're watching this video, we don't know exactly what number it would be, but we want to give you the heads up. eBay does limit you at the beginning as to how many items you can actually list at the beginning when you first become a beginner seller.
Yeah,
but
you can't just grab like 100 items in your house and
you
and
want
list them
to,
all. Yeah.
but you can't.
Yeah.
So our piece of advice is, look around your house. Like you said, and we will do more videos on this. You never know what kind of treasures you have at home. Look around your house for things you're going to sell. Maybe it's clothing, maybe it's household goods, and then go to eBay and just start researching them. See if those things are actually on eBay.
And they're not Beanie Babies. Beanie Babies are not going to sell.
They're not going to sell
I know you
anymore,
think that
right?
they're going to sell, but they're not going to
No.
sell. So don't be excited if you have Beanie Babies.
Sorry, Gomer, but we just burst a bubble.
Yeah.
But honestly, like research, and like Jane said, if you have a bunch of Beanie Babies, you'll go on eBay and see right now that they're not selling, or at least if they're selling, they're super cheap. You're not going to make a profit.
Yeah.
So that's our second piece of advice. Third piece of advice.
Third, when you find the items that you are going to list from your house, do research before you list them. Research, look at who has sold them on eBay.
Yeah.
You can put in the search bar what you're going to sell, and then you can click on filter and sold listings, and it will show you all the listings that have sold of the item that you're looking for. Look how much they've sold for. You can also filter it at that point from highest to lowest. See, how much it's selling for on the high level and how much on the low level. And see, where you want to try to, go for your number in there. That way you can have an idea of what treasures you have or what is kind of a flop.
Don't reinvent the wheel. I mean, Jane taught me that strategy a while ago. Like, you're going crazy, but you know what? If somebody else has sold it for a good amount of money, see how long the description is, see what the photos look like. Don't reinvent the wheel. Don't make it harder for yourself.
Yeah. Make sure make sure that you have, good photos, good description, good titles. See what the top sellers are saying in their descriptions and their titles, what their photos look like, and just try to emulate that. Don't reinvent the wheel.
What brings us to our fourth strategy is when you're taking photos for your listing, have a spot in your house or wherever you're going to take them with some really great lighting.
Yeah.
One thing that Jane and I learned very early on is we can't take photos of stuff at night. Like, it needs to be during the day. It needs to be a lot of bright light from outside, or you need to have some really great studio lights that can help you out. But at the beginning, you probably don't want to invest in studio lights.
Yeah.
So really make sure you have a great spot. I mean, listen, eBay is very visual, as is any site you're reselling on. So you really want to make sure you have the best best photos.
Yeah,
Like we're not
think
telling
about
you
it.
to get a Canon.
No, but when I use my iPhone. But when you're going and looking on your own, when you're looking for something to buy, obviously you're gonna look for something that looks good. You're not gonna want to buy something that looks.
You don't want a dog sitting on
No.
a sweater. You're selling a white sweater,
Right.
and this gorgeous, like, fluffy little black dog sitting on the sweater.
Yeah.
You don't want that photo.
You know, you see people's feet in photos sometimes. Like, just
come on, have
you know,
common sense.
Get the best lighting in the best area and crop and make sure that your photos look good.
And then the last piece of advice is, you taught me this early on to get one of these.
Get a scale. I mean, you can get a cheap scale at like Staples or on Amazon. But get a scale, because when it comes to eBay, you have to figure out your own shipping, and that's another hurdle that many people
We'll do a whole video on
can't get
this.
over. Yeah, but it just helps to know how much your items weigh, so that when you are punching in the shipping info for the post office or FedEx or however you're going to sell it, it's accurate, and you're not going to be be charged on the other end.
Well, Jane wanted to kill me at the beginning because we were selling like a board game, which has like poundage
with like $3 shipping,
and I was like,
oh,
it was $2.
Yeah, no, it costs about $13 to ship. So we have to, really have to pay attention to how much things weigh,
Yes.
so that you don't get screwed in the long run.
Right. So those are our 5 tips on if you're getting going on eBay right now, you're at the beginning, you're at the starting block, and you want to get going. Keep these 5 things in mind. And as always, we're going to keep making videos to go a little bit further on them, but we wanted to make sure we gave you these 5 tips up front.
Happy selling!